Hey, 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 it's the Pacific Northwest Geek here. Echo Hero. Cha, cha, cha. Coffee, baby. Deathwish coffee. And I'm back for a Wildeye Wednesday. And I also have a slight case of the sniffles. But if you see my most recent short at the time I'm doing this video, then you know what movie I'm going to be talking about. But in case you don't, the Wildeye visual vintage release of Ozone, Attack of the Redneck Mutants. Little side note, you have no many times I've had to film this because I kept saying the name wrong. But this is Visual Vintage number 20, which I believe is the most recent one. They have this. They've also released Visual Vintage 19, but I don't know if they released Visual Vintage 21. This movie basically tells that there was a chemical spill at a plant, and other than killing the worker, it's causing problems with the ozone, which is having an effect on people. It's causing them to like mutate, to become redneck mutants. In the beginning, we see this guy, he's coming out of that little outhouse. He's trying to do some work on his farm. But he starts vomiting and mutating, the skin kind of coming off. And at one point, even face plants into his own vomit. It's easy to see why this was released with a copy of, with one of these, the Ozone Mutant Puke Bag. But anyways, as this is going on, we see Arlene, who's going down to do some kind of testing and stuff, checking some stuff out. When she discovers that Kevin, who has a rich daddy, he's hiding in the trunk of a car, and she catches him. She's gonna abandon him, but he's like, "I'll give you $50 for gas." Backs up, takes some money, drives off. He's like, "I paid you." She stops, goes back and picks him up. And we meet some of the other characters in the town, including one who's supposed to be a singer, but her singing is as bad, if not worse than me. And later on, we do see someone even worse. It doesn't really sound like this one lady. When she's singing, doesn't really sound like she's singing. Does kind of like what I kind of do, which is because I can't sing. Really, she sounds more like she's speaking. But we're also seeing people like turning into these redneck mutants. And at one point, Kevin comes across what they call a fox den or whatever. The fox, as a puppet, attacks him, and at first Arlene's laughing until she realizes he is in danger and has to use a rock to free him. He ends up with an injured foot. They end up coming across this house where they encounter the first redneck mutant, and they try to get away from him. They do temporarily do, but he tracks them down. Either him or another one tracks them down, and they get saved by this guy who ends up setting the car on fire, causing it to blow up in order to stop the guy. And he takes him home to his mother, his mother's sitting there trying to make dinner, supper for him, and even see how the chicken's trying to get away. You get a scene with her trying to catch this chicken. But then, of course, her son, because they know the kid, Kevin. They know Kevin, because Kevin had been there 8 months earlier, and that he's caused problems. Him and his pa have caused problems for them. And of course, then the guy who saved him turns into a redneck mutant. Oh, the scene where, like, before he turns into a redneck mutant and they're talking to his mother, I thought they could become redneck mutants. The mother, what? What is a mutant? He's like, oh, the monster's all messed up and killing people, eating their guts. That's a scene when this one old lady, she's dying, and she reaches up, grabs Kevin by the nuts, and she puts like a death grip. He's like, while she dies, and he's like freezing. He's like, And then Arlene goes leave. Arlene. That's thing that made me laugh because she's dying. She got that death grip on the nuts. It's like, ooh, 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 ooh. Now, why there isn't that many redneck mutant scenes until you get towards the end, but despite that, this is a very enjoyable film. I really do like it. It has a charm to it. On the back, it talks about this was a Super 8. And also sister film to Brett McCormick's The Abomination, which when I saw that, I went and looked it up and it was on sale, so I'm waiting for that. I also do love the fact that it comes with this. I love that. That is awesome. And maybe one of the reasons I ordered this was it comes with a puke bag. That could be a screwball. This movie, it has a charm to it. I enjoyed it. Okay, the bad singing from the one lady who ends up getting scalped. And the do-it-yourself effects, you can see that. Like, what's the scalpel? The scene where you see a little bit on the back. I don't know how good that's showing up. That there is supposed to be some body part when the characters, the old lady when she's lying there dead, this one of the redneck mutants comes in and starts ripping her apart and eating her and all this body parts. I hope those were fake and they didn't go into like some butcher and say, give me some intestines, give me a liver, because otherwise, because it looked pretty damn, looked like summer, maybe springtime, which means it would have been hot, which means those body parts would have been stinky. Now this is not on Tubi, but I did find it on Amazon. Not Amazon, but I found it on YouTube. But yeah, I got past the trailer for Abomination, a movie which I'm looking forward to see once it gets here later this week. And Redneck Zombies, another movie I have reviewed. I do highly suggest watching this. It is fun. It is enjoyable. If you by some chance have seen this, do tell me what you think. I got this on Amazon, so you can look up Amazon. There's someone else who has it, but yeah, it's pretty cool. That is awesome. I'm a fan of the Visual Vengeance line that Wildeye does. Maybe once I get a Abomination, I'll do a look at all my because I now have, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, it's like got it wrong. It's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 9. So it'd be 10. So I'll probably do like a look at my Visual Vengeance collection and let you see all the bonuses. Question: are you why I am a fan of the Visual Vengeance line? Are you guys a fan of this line? And if so, what is your favorite? Mine is probably Replicato, because that reminds me of the old late night perverted movies we used to see on Skinamax. Anyways, I gotta go edit this. Take something for my sniffles because I'm coming down with a cold. Whew. Also, I think if I'm a few away from being able to do another Visual Vengeance thing. If you're seen on my Instagram, I did a post where I put some of the posters in a frame. But anyways, I am the Pacific Northwest Geek, and I will see you on the flip side. Tuda, Lou, check the movie out. Lou.